Tonight, I've got Cherie Soria, again, who needs no introduction, but she is an incredible raw food chef who is also the founder and director of the Living Lights Culinary Institute in Fort Bragg. She's the author of Angel Foods, Healthy Recipes for Heavenly Bodies, and the Raw Food Diet Revolution, right there. Feast, lose weight, gain energy, and feel younger. That sounds good to me. Cherie has trained many of the top raw chefs today, which is why people often refer to her as the mother of raw gourmet cuisine. And she also organizes and hosts one of the best raw food events in the country, I think, the Vibrant Living Expo in Fort Bragg every August. So that's coming up. And here's Cherie to talk about making your life extraordinary. Why be ordinary when you can be extraordinary?
Thank you very much, Shea, for doing this. I think it's wonderful. I came here and watched Kevin Gianni when he did his talk, and it was a full house also, and it was really fun. It's really nice to have a venue where you can get together once a week and hear people talk and get together and ask questions and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and get started now, and I'd like to know how many of you thought I was going to do a demo tonight? Oh, good. Not very many of you. Go ahead. I would really like to talk about creating an extraordinary life, because I think that people in this room really have the opportunity to create a really outstanding, extraordinary life. And the reason is that you are all already extraordinary. You're all completely not ordinary, but extraordinary, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be eating this food, which is completely not ordinary. It's so different from what other people eat. So you all are free thinkers. You are leaders. You are pioneers. And I want you to know that I see that in you, and I get that a lot of you don't recognize it in yourself. I am really, really honored that you have come here to listen to me talk about this today, because I know that there's a part of you that knows that you have incredible potential to create an absolutely amazing life. Woo! And sometimes what that means is that you have to kind of get out of your own way and let go of your boundaries and give up your fear. And a lot of people are afraid. They're afraid that if they do something that's different from other people, that people will think they're weird. Well, hello. You have to be a little weird to even be here tonight. You have to be different. I mean, who wants to be normal? Normal is not natural. Totally unnatural what's going on out there. And that's why you're here, because you want to listen to your truth. Listen to what really motivates you from the core of your being. You're willing to take a risk. Without risk, there's really not a lot of reward. You have to be willing to risk. Where would we be if we were all just followers? Where would we be if there were no leaders, no adventurers, no people willing to take risk, to be different, to lead the way? And yet you all are not the kind of people who are just willing to go along for the ride, to ride along somebody else's apron strings, or take somebody else's ride. You want to be the one that forges forward and listens to your own heart and follows your own path. And that really does make you extraordinary. You're willing to do something that is so different and unique that goes completely against the way that what the rest of the world is doing. And I'm talking about something as foundational as food. It is huge. It's absolutely huge to make the choice to eat a plant-based diet in the first place, and then to not even cook it. I mean, people don't have a clue. Most people don't have a clue. So you are really pioneers and leaders in this world, and I want to acknowledge that. And that just goes to show that you have the ability to live your full potential, because you are on that path already. And in order to do that, sometimes it means you have to make sacrifices, doesn't it? And if it's worth the risk, it's worth the sacrifice. It means that you have to go a little bit further than what other people might be willing to do. And you really have to listen to your own heart and listen to what that's telling you. I'd like to do something for a minute because I think that it really helps people to get centered in their own life and their own knowledge of who they are, to just get really clear about what it is they want to create in their own life. What does being an extraordinary person who's willing to take that risk, a person that you would really respect and admire, and the kind of qualities that they have within them. Just take a moment to think about somebody that you admire. And think about what qualities they have that you would like to incorporate into your own being, whatever those qualities might be. And then plant the seed of whatever that is within yourself. Think about, probably you have some of that in you already, or you wouldn't be recognizing it in others. Maybe you haven't fully developed it, but it really is there, or you wouldn't be recognizing it in other people. And then think about what qualities you possess that you know other people admire in you. We all have qualities that people have admired in us and complimented us for. Think about what those are. You think about some? You all can. And then say, I am that. Whatever that is. Say in your own mind, I am that. And add on all of those other qualities that you admired in others. Plant those seeds in yourself, because they're seeds that you can sprout if you just nurture them. If you just believe that those are qualities that you possess, you will nurture them, you will focus on them, they will be who you are. And with that, you can create anything you want in your life. Really, the only limits you have are the ones that you acknowledge, the ones that you believe you have. Those are your boundaries. But they don't have to be there if you don't continue to say, those are my boundaries. Oh, I can't do that, or I can't do that. You can. When I was in my early 20s, I couldn't even do a push-up. I thought that I couldn't because everybody told me, oh, she's so tiny, she's so petite, she can't do it. And then I got over it. I just got over it. I started taking karate lessons, and I realized that I could do whatever I really wanted to do if I just set my mind to it. I now have 3 black belts in karate, 3 different styles. And I got my 3rd black belt in karate 2 weeks before my 60th birthday. You don't have to let things, even physical things, limit you. If you just listen to what you want and don't allow other people to tell you what you can or cannot accomplish. Because it's really up to you. You just have to get clear about what it is you want, and you have to be willing to take that risk. A lot of people are afraid of going outside their comfort zone. That's a part of the limiting experience that we create for ourselves. We want to be comfortable. Well, that's why people don't fast, because they are afraid of the detox experience. It's uncomfortable. And yet, any of you who have fasted know that that's all a part of it. Being able to let go and allow yourself to feel the detox and to feel the emotions that come up from it. You have to be able to do that in order to be reborn anew. And so one of the things that we all need to do if we want to break through our limitations is to take a look at what those limitations are and acknowledge them. And say, okay, I'm ready to let that go.